Breaking tonight, Trump rushed off stage at White House Correspondents. Gunfire reported near the White House Correspondents Dinner, sending shockwaves through guests and officials. Here is a footage of what happened.
What began as a glamorous evening at the White House Correspondents Dinner quickly turned into a moment of fear and confusion after reports of gunfire emerged near the venue. Inside the ballroom, guests had been seated, conversations flowing, cameras flashing, everything unfolding as expected for one of Washington's most high-profile nights. But within moments, that atmosphere shifted. Witnesses describe hearing sudden, sharp noises, loud enough to cut through the music and chatter.
At first, many thought it was something minor, a dropped object, perhaps a technical issue. But then came the realization something was wrong.
You could see it ripple across the room, heads turning, conversations stopping, and then movement. Guests began lowering themselves, some ducking beneath tables, others looking around in confusion as security personnel moved quickly to assess the situation. As seen in security footage later referenced by officials, the response was immediate and highly coordinated. Within seconds of the reported gunfire near the White House Correspondents' Dinner venue, Secret Service agents moved swiftly to secure the area and protect attendees. One officer was struck during the response.
But remarkably, the impact was absorbed by a bulletproof vest, preventing serious injury. Camera footage shows J.D. Vance
among the first officials being escorted out under heavy security. Some observers have questioned the sequence, suggesting the president would typically be the top priority. However, security experts note that evacuation order can vary in real time, depending on proximity to exits and immediate threat assessment. Officials have not indicated any breach of protocol.
President Trump tweeted this.
It's a dangerous profession, but I don't view it that way. Look, I'm here to do a job. As part of the job, it is a dangerous. I can't imagine that there's any profession that's more dangerous. But I love the country, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the job we've done. You see what's happened. We have a great country.
Another angle of the evacuation has now surfaced, this time recorded by a guest inside the venue during the height of the confusion.
Another angle of the evacuation has now surfaced, this time recorded by a guest inside the venue during the height of the confusion. The footage, taken on a mobile phone, captures the exact moment tension spreads across the room after reports of gunfire near the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You can see guests quickly rising from their seats, some crouching, others looking around as security begins issuing urgent instructions. Within seconds, movement becomes more coordinated. Staff and security personnel guide attendees toward exits, urging them to stay calm and move quickly. In the background, voices can be heard, directing people to keep their heads down as the evacuation unfolds. The video also shows how rapidly the atmosphere changed, from a formal, composed setting to a controlled but urgent exit. Officials say this footage reflects the effectiveness of emergency protocols, as hundreds of guests were safely moved out in a matter of minutes.
Authorities have now identified the suspect in the shooting incident linked to the White House Correspondents' Dinner as 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen.
According to law enforcement sources, Allen is from Torrance, California, a suburb of Los Angeles, and has been described as a teacher and video game developer with a strong academic background. Investigators say he was armed with multiple weapons, including a shotgun, a handgun, and knives, when he approached a secured checkpoint near the event venue. He was quickly subdued and taken into custody at the scene, and officials believe he acted alone. During the incident, one law enforcement officer was struck, but survived after the bullet was stopped by a protective vest. At this time, authorities say the motive remains under investigation, as federal agencies continue to piece together how the suspect was able to get so close to such a heavily secured event.
Do you think the suspect is innocent or guilty? It is the court makes a final decision. I'm Lucy reporting live today from Daily Celebgist.